Hi, my name is Lev Schwartz, and in this video we're going to talk about a beta version of AI Suite on Edge Cloud Platform. We developed a set of features on Edge Cloud Platform to streamline the CI/CD process for the AI and MLOps teams. There are several parts that bring this all together. First, we added automation of Kubeflow deployment for the training pipelines and Jupyter notebooks. And the Kubeflow is an open source framework with all the necessary tools to build a complete machine learning CI/CD flow. In addition, we deploy MinIO server to provide S3 compatible storage for all of the models and data. And lastly, we automate the deployment and management of the models across the edge locations. And these models can be trained on the Edge Cloud platform itself or be an off-the-shelf pre-trained models, for example, Meta's Llama 2 LLM. So the ultimate goal of the inference on the edge really is trying to minimize the latency of predictions and the responsiveness of the application. In this video, we're specifically going to talk about setting up a cluster for model training and development, and we'll address model deployment on the edge locations in another video. So let's begin. Let's go to Edge Cloud Platform, and we have two cloudlets here, one in Bonn and one in Munich. So let's create a cluster instance for training. We're going to select the Munich cloudlet. Deployment type is going to be Kubernetes, as Kubeflow is a Kubernetes native app. And for the flavor, we're going to select a GPU flavor, and that will give our demo data science team a way to utilize a GPU for their Jupyter notebooks and share this GPU across different pipelines. And by the way, Edge Cloud Platform supports NVIDIA GPU infrastructure, i.e. CUDA, and we will manage it for the developers on the cluster. So it's as easy as selecting a GPU flavor, and the driver installation and the license handling is all done by the platform. Also, we're going to add a shared volume. 50 gigabytes should be sufficient. And that's so we can run a MinIO server on the same cluster to host the models. And we make this available to other clusters so we can share the models across edge locations. And MinIO obviously can be run as a standalone app on our platform as well. And it provides you with the fully private storage that ensures data sovereignty for the models and the training data sets. And obviously, we support any other types of block storage, but MinIO is a reasonable choice as it's a well-tested data lake solution. So let's select the Kubeflow cluster and let's create it. So this is going to take some time, and we'll be back when it's ready. And we're back. The cluster was created successfully. So now let's take a look at the Kubeflow app instance that got created as part of a Kubeflow app instance that got created as part of the cluster creation to get to the dashboard URL. So let's take a look at this. And it's running on port 80. Port 9000 is the MinIO cluster, MinIO server. So let's take a look at Kubeflow dashboard and see what it provides. There are some notebooks, Jupyter notebooks that you can create on pipelines and runs, and experiment tracking and metrics. However, this instance, since we just created, is empty. So instead, let's take a look at the Kubeflow cluster on Bonn Cloudlet. It already has a notebook and some runs on it. So let's take a look at the Bonn Cloudlet. So there is a let's look. There is a Jupyter notebook with some code that trains a digit recognition model and sets up a Kubeflow pipeline to handle data normalization, model training, and other tasks. And let's take a look at the pipeline that it actually creates. Let's look at some runs that we did of this Jupyter notebook. Let's look at the pipelines. So it's got a pipeline of what it does. It gets the data, reshapes it, models it, and builds a model and serves it. So and now let's take a look at MinIO server and see where that particular model gets stored. It is also here, but running on port 9000. So it's under models in the tech digits, and it's versioned. So it's right here. Now that the model is ready and we built it, all we need is just to pass it to Edge Cloud Platform inference clusters for deployments. So that's how easy it is to set up your data science team for success on Edge Cloud Platform. Thank you.